All right, y'all, welcome to the reading today. We're doing Pick a Movie. Option 1, What Dreams May Come. Option 2, The Sixth Sense. And option 3, Nightmare Before Christmas. So you'll find your timestamps as always down below in the description. Please pause the video if you need some more time selecting and use those when you are ready to skip ahead to your reading. Okay, we will move into option 1. Option 1 is, I'm gonna need a little more room. Here we go. 2, option 3. Okay, what dreams may come, pile? Okay. So you have the Visions card, psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing, and out-of-body travel. Wow, guys, what am I looking at here? Your reading starts with the Tower card, so this is something abrupt, sudden, unexpected. It may have moved you to change direction, or the cards are saying Two of Wands. It indicates that it directed you, so you move in a certain direction after this has affected you. This could be way in the past, this could be very recent, I don't know, this could be another person's energy, but something happened that really shook things up. Okay, and then the Two of Wands says there you are in a certain place and time, with the four of Cups. Yeah, it's like Seven of Candles. There's some discontent here. There's some pressure. There's some like icky-gicky stuff in the aura possibly. And it intensified some things for this person, for yourself maybe. But it's one of those things where it's like mixed blessings. Yeah, there's the shadow aspect of it, but there's two sides of the coin, so to speak. And there were gifts. It's like you move through a portal or something, and this vision energy, I'm going to read this out of the book because I feel like this definitely is a theme with the reading, a big part of the message here. Now, the other thing I see is a lot of character energy. The Knight of Needles is any air sign, the Knight of Potions, any water sign, the Queen of Needles, any air sign, and then the Star card is Aquarius. So we've got a lot of character energy here, a lot of reversal energy here. And I'm not sure what this reversal energy is about. It could be a number of different things. It could be people who have passed away, who have crossed over, that you've known. It may also have to do with a certain like mirroring aspect, the guides are telling me. And the Star card, well, it definitely reinforces the Aquarian energy that's already heavily on the table. It could be talking about people with personal placements in Aquarius, but may also be talking about the Aquarian era, futuristic endeavors, futuristic visions, futuristic things, souls who have come from the future. Okay, it's radical energy. It is potent manifestation energy as well. Okay, the Eight of Presents reverse is interesting there because it's kind of like not connecting into the rest of the cards energy for me yet. Let's see what this is. You have embryo pose with the affirmation, I know that my life is unfolding beautifully and for my highest good. I think maybe at some point someone thought that they needed to offer more than they did. They needed to give more of themselves than they had to. There's some sort of shadowy, dark energy, misunderstanding energy, maybe, where it's like, could be a desperate feeling that invoked this. There's a sort of pleading, possibly. There's a like, hey, you can have so much of me. It's like a bargaining type energy. And you're talking to the universe or maybe other people. If I can just have this, if I can have that, if you grant me some sort of relief. And with the 8 of presents reverse here, there's this energy almost of like, how'd that work out? That didn't work out so well, right? Or like, what did we learn from this? But recognize that something is upside down or reversed here, and it doesn't have to stay that way. Okay. Knight of Potions, Knight of Needles, and Queen of Needles reversed with the star energy reverse. I'm really drawn to this energy of something being like tied up, sealed, restricted or constrained or held back in some way. You see the tie on the bag there? It's loose in this image, but the guides are showing me that. And even like the devil tail starting to curl around the pitchfork, or it's like it could, the potential for that is there. So it's like, if we've coiled up, if we've got that energy bottled up like that, what are we going to do with it? What's to be done? What is it doing in that state? Because everything's energy and serving a purpose in this reality. So I'm going to read the mirror card, the mermaid card here soon. But just dipping into the movie itself a bit here, and then the story before I do that. There is this energy of like behind the veil, other realms, other dimensions, limitless possibilities. There's also this aspect of like how far we will go or be willing to sacrifice to achieve something. And then like the nose on the star card here on 0, it's like this guiding light energy, North Star energy, this focus point. 17. Okay, it's on page 17 or number 17 in the deck. Let's see what it says. Okay. Oh, that is so creepy. Why do they do that? So it's not actually, it says 17 on the card, right guys? 17, am I misreading that? I misread it. 37. Okay, good. So now we know how to find it. Yeah, it's like this energy of seeing something in a different dimension. Some of you, someone maybe, I don't know. Visions. When you connect to the moon, you will feel more whole, connected, and attuned to the cycles of the world, and the fears you may have had around certain issues will fade. You will allow yourself to see with your psychic vision, and you will speak of what you see, and it will not be considered to be freakish and unusual or mere fantasy. It will be trusted and allowed and explored by you and by others who you are close to. These flashes will not come when you are asleep, so they are not dreams. And they can come even when your even when your physical eyes are open. It is a matter of adjusting to have more than one kind of vision and accepting that this is an energetic truth. You will begin to understand and easily interpret these movies being made for you by the divine in alliance with your spirit eye. Okay. So I think the takeaway message with this one is that we are always creating our reality through mind movies, through the mind, through the emotions. And so when you consciously are aware of this, you can consciously direct this. And this energy is like happy thoughts, bright future, maybe pushing through the muck sometimes, or dealing with some sort of opposition sometimes, but how powerful. The Vision card says with the Star card, but timelines, like you can jump timelines, you can move out of that very quickly, very rapidly. The Eight of Presents, let me get some clarification on the Eight of Presents, please, as well for them. Thank you. We'll get a music card. I believe the mermaids like music. Okay, Two of Hearts. So this is definitely about sacred union, sacred relationship with yourself, first and foremost. Okay, you're the one that you're with your entire life. But then it goes into very intimate connections and relationship energy. Okay. So mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the flyest of them all? This is it talking about working with mirrors and programming your mind for success, and feeding your soul, feeding yourself with kind words, with smiles, with maybe affirmations as well. Talking to the mirror is a huge thing with this. Okay, mirror work. So coming through as advice, but maybe also coming through as like a message. Think back of times you've done this before. Has it worked out? What have you done with the mirror and talking to yourself? Have you said dark things, hateful things? Like, it's all okay, but just if you can have this honesty with yourself, that's a good foundation for nurturing this relationship and connection with yourself, this bond that you will have for your entire life and existence. And we know that as we nurture that, there's an overflow, and we can more naturally and more easily nurture desired connections in our external world outside of ourselves as well. So some of you are about to have some sort of breakthrough, some sort of metamorphosis, hatch. You're in this embryo pose energy, so it's like major transformation. But I feel a lot of development coming through too, and these blessings, these gifts that are spiritual, that you're being asked to claim and to take and receive and care for and have. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and move into the next one. Many blessings to you guys, and bye-bye. All right. So now we're on the Sixth Sense pile. All of you who chose the Sixth Sense as a movie. Got a bit of a stutter going on with this one, so maybe that sinks into your story. Maybe you or someone you know stutters sometimes. The return of Aphrodite, temple, birth of the goddess, guidance, goddess energy, and treating as sacred. And this is coming up in reverse position. So I'm going to read that out of the booklet, and I'm going to go ahead and do that first with yours, then we'll look at your tarot. They are eager to be spread out on the table today. Got a mosquito on me. There we go. But I just feel like we should dive into the mermaid card first. So we are getting closer. What message do you have for us? Thank you. Reverse position. An unrealistic desire to be the only object of love or attraction in another's world. Jealousy, an inability to share. Feeling that to do so is to lose respect and authority. There may be a great deal of disapproval around your choices as a sensual being, people attempting to tell you who to love, what to love, when to love, how to be in a relationship, and so on. You are breaking ground and trading conformity for freedom to choose. And while in time, you may choose marriage or hand fasting or a relationship or a partnership or a dalliance, for now, you refuse to categorize your choices in that way as you are exploring. This will at times bring great distrust, but remember, For many thousands of years, and to this very day, we mermaids felt no pressure to be bound to one being only, unless, of course, we desired this. If you do not desire this, you do not need to marry, conform, wed, or obey. You are a being of grace and fragrance, and as you change, your relationships will too. Ask the goddess Aphrodite for help, and it will usually be offered from her soft white hands. This makes me wonder if the kid in The Sixth Sense, like, Aphrodite was always there and would have worked with him, but he never knew to call out for her, or never chose to call out for her. Okay, what do we have here? Two of Needles reverse. This is about love, definitely. Three of Potions, the Fool, the Page of Needles reverse. Okay, and Plow Pose has the affirmation, through my struggles, I see the world changing and reshaping itself to a form of my choosing. So use that affirmation if you're guided to. Work with that affirmation, use it. Perhaps the yoga pose as well, if you're at a skill level to do that, you're performing yoga. There's this message of the guides wanting you to get what you want, love wanting you to be happy, to be provided for, to get what you want, what you desire. But you have to know your desires first, right? You've got options. Regardless of your age and how old you are, in the grand scheme of things, from the universe's perspective, you're always a baby. You're always very young in this lifetime, the Fool card. And so they want you to know that, like, when it comes to mistakes and misunderstandings, there is this divine energy that eternally forgives you. But like in mortal form and stuff, people might not always be able to do that. And you yourself are a person, so like your ability to forgive yourself is on the table for discussion as well, or for thinking through the Page of Needles and the Nine of Needles. And we have the Knight of Candles here. For some of you, there's a fire sign person in particular that comes through with your story. The Knight of Candles could be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. We have Aries again with the Fool card. We have Sagittarius again over here, and we have Leo over here. So they're all on the table twice. Maybe you have personal placements in one or more of the fire signs. Maybe this is multiple characters in your story, multiple people with fire sign placements. It's definitely, the element fire, generally speaking, it's definitely bringing that to the table as well. And we all have, all of the zodiac signs represented in our chart, and all of the planets represented in our birth chart. So these energies definitely affect everyone in their lifetime and are a part of everyone's cosmic makeup, so to speak. The Seven of Needles into the Strength card, confidence, courage, strength. Yeah, there's this message here about breaking rules. Like, who are these people to put certain rules and restrictions on a soul? And so the Seven of Swords is like, with the Strength card, is realizing that you don't have to obey other people's ways, other people's rules sometimes. It's there's a message of like finding your group, your tribe. Perhaps with the Three of Cups is like an energy of celebration, of joy. The Fool cards, new beginnings. So it could be meeting new people, new groups, transforming yourself into a new person with adjusted beliefs or direction, and aligning with supportive energy and allowing yourself to breathe, have fun, be in joy. And not only that, but it's like it should probably be your compass, right? The Page of Needles reverse. Yeah, I get maybe some people don't understand what you're talking about sometimes, or the way that you think. Okay, the Page of Needles, the Nine of Needles reversed, the Knight of Candles reversed too, and that could stir things up. It could kick up some dirt sometimes. There's strong rebellious archetypal energy on the table. You may have had to really invoke and cultivate your inner rebel archetypal energy to live in alignment with your truth and your soul path, and to discover what that is, in fact, as well. Yeah, it's like being able to connect with higher forces, the unseen energies and dimensions and aspects of self, and recognize that sometimes in this 3D reality, waking reality, physical existence, you may be told or presented with, hey, you can have option A or option B, and yet connecting with that non-physical awareness and energy, recognize and stand up for yourself and grow and say, wait a minute here, actually, there's option C. I think I could go with option C. I'll pick option C. Thank you very much for your input and letting me know I had option A or option B, but there's more. There's more. And what else can I tell them? Spirit guides, what else? With the Knight of Candles reversed, let's get some clarification on that. I'll use a song card. I believe the mermaids like music, so let's see what we have for that. Okay. The song Drive by Incubus. Whatever tomorrow brings, I'll be there. So maybe this is about one day at a time, or just recognizing that, again, like light and shadowed, and there's the known and the unknown. As we move through time and space and things unravel for us. The Temperance card reverse over here is a little interesting too. I want to go a little deeper into that. Let's get a little clarification for that, please. Okay. Every step you take by the police. Every step you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you. I feel like maybe some people, this is you or this is somebody else, who it's like, because they're under some sort of microscope or they know they're being watched, they're behaving differently than they would otherwise. The Knight of Candles reverse is like maybe acting out in some way, but I feel like there's like this balancing game for this person where they're trying to keep their authenticity and be themselves and yet protect themselves, and know, because like being true to themselves and being authentic means wearing clothes sometimes, and sometimes that's like spiritual clothes as well, not being fully exposed, not letting everyone see things that are meant to be private or personal. Yeah, it feels like it does. It feels like somebody like stumbling or messing up intentionally or not intentionally because they're being seen or viewed. And like if that wasn't the situation, it would be different. The Temperance card would be right side up. It's like some sort of extra hassle or stress or burden or confusion. The Page of Needles, or that's how it appears, how it feels. So guys, the goddess Aphrodite is here willing to work with you if you want to reach out to her to assist you with your love life, with your situation in general, because it feels like love is the cure, love is the remedy, is the message here. Okay, I will go ahead and leave your reading here. Many blessings to you, and bye-bye. Okay, pile 3. So those of you who chose the Nightmare Before Christmas movie, your first card is the Mirror in reverse position. Know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. I'm going to go ahead and read this out of the booklet first. So give me a moment to find that. Okay. It says, refusing to see the truth of who we are, refusing even to look deeper within and question many of our assumptions, being bewildered at people's feedback about who they see us as, looking into a mirror and seeing only the carefully prepared for public self, not the entire self, refusing to address our patterns and our hurts, and therefore giving them power, having a self-image that is never examined or deeply understood, projecting a carefully crafted image and believing that is in fact who you truly are. Far too much belief in the appearance rather than the entirety of yourself and soul. A lack of personal empathy with your own wounds and seeing them as something to avoid, deny, or not even acknowledge. Afraid to look into the mirror because of negative beliefs about who you are and because you are afraid to see what you truly look like. Now, I feel like this may be your energy presently. It may be somebody else's energy that you're in contact with or wondering about. Or this could be an energy that you've experienced in the past, like a phase, something that you've gone through. Let's see what else we have here. The 8 of Potions. The 5 of Candles. Okay, for a lot of you, the message is that just look deeper into the mirror, work with the mirror more, because there's a lot of positive magic that can be made manifest through doing this. And we have the 9 of Potions at the end. So this is some sort of wish fulfillment, some sort of desire that's going to be met for you. Or that the guides want to talk about, like, how you can align with this. And I feel like the mirror work is a big aspect of that. Okay, so we have on the table the earth signs and the fire signs. It's in reverse position for both of them. So this could be talking about retrograding energy within your own chart. Maybe you had Venus retrograding through the sign of Leo, for example, when you were born. This could be other people's energy, people with personal placements in one or more of the fire signs, the earth signs, and some snags that you have with them, some sort of situation, whether it's incompatibility, it's separation from these people, it's some sort of conflict possibly, or it's about like who they see you as versus who you see yourself as. The 8 of Potions feels like a very powerful energy to be entering with, and it's almost like this could be their energy. The mirror message could be more for them, less for you, because I feel like with this energy entering, it's like you're powerful and you're spiritually ready and you're physically ready and you're showing up to like a place of sanctity. You're showing up to a graveyard with all these potions, with some sort of offering. So it's like opening up to talk to the ancestors, talk to the departed loved ones, talk to the people of the past, the history, you know, like these people, these beings have contributed to your very existence and where we are presently. So it's like a very respectful, very powerful presence that you're making here, and it's like an opening to divine feminine energy as well, because it's being receptive. And then we go into the 5 of Candles and then the 7 of Potions reversed. So it's like there's some sort of friction. That results in a spilling out of emotions or spirit, a releasing of energy. With the 5 of Candles too, we have like games that come up because it's an energy sometimes of struggle, but it can be an energy of competition as well and adversity. And so, if you're competing, you're playing a game against somebody, that's this energy as well. The 2 of Potions is reversed, the 5 of Presents is right side up, and then the 9 of Presents is reversed. I'm definitely going to need to get some clarification, but let's take a look at this card. You have Standing Forward Fold, and it's got a positive affirmation on it. You could work with the affirmation, possibly the yoga pose if you're at a skill level to do that as well. I trust in the power of the universe to help keep me safe is its message. I trust in the power of the universe to keep me safe and secure. Excuse me, there's no help in there. I trust in the power of the universe to keep me safe and secure. Yeah, it's like, I feel like your pile, they're asking you to reach deeper, explore more, reach deeper. You're only like in the movie where Jack is only exposed to the Halloween world, and then he comes out of that, there's so much more. I feel like that's you. It's like you've been sheltered in some way or protected, and you're only in your bubble, but there's more. And so working with this positive affirmation and actually doing that and genuinely doing that. Sometimes we have to build that trust, right? The universe may have to earn your trust in certain ways, but you have to do your part too to achieve it. It's like taking your raincoat and your umbrella when it's raining outside. It's like you really do need this, or it's a good idea to have this as you journey forward. And so I feel like some of you maybe 9 of Presents reverse, 5 of, let me get my clarification. Clarify this energy here, please, Spirit guides. Thank you. And the 2 of Potions reverse as well. All right. So we have, all he gave me was his ticket to heaven, the Jack of Hearts, clarifying the 5 of Presents and the 9 of Presents reversed. Some of you may have relied on somebody in the past to support you financially, somebody that you are intimately involved with sexually, perhaps romantically. It's like the Jack of Hearts comes through as providing emotional fulfillment and well-being, as well as maybe providing some sort of material assistance here. The 9 of Presents reverse is like we don't really have our financial independence. The 5 of Presents is an energy of lack, of poverty, of scarcity. And it's like, I feel like some of you chose love, another person chose love. There was some offering, some exchange like that. All he gave me was his ticket to heaven. Yeah, and so there's like this energy, though, with that, as nice as that is, or can be, where consciously or subconsciously there's also this feeling of, did I take something from them? Did I deplete them in some way? And there could be guilt attached to that. Okay, or shame. Over here we've got, there's you and me and all of the people, and I don't know why I can't keep my eyes off of you. This could also be a solution or where you're headed, something you're doing presently. There's a strong, 6 of Diamonds. I can't keep my eyes off of you. Yeah, there's a strong desire for something. You remember in the movie, Jack went and he saw this Christmas land and he just knew he had to bring this home. He had to share this. He had to do this. And so he's on a mission. And there's that sort of energy here. It's like I think maybe I'm on a mission, or I am on a mission. I either have to know, I need some sort of closure around something. I need to know why I can't keep my eyes off you, why I'm so attracted to you, or I need to like enjoy this. I need to have peace with this and like allow something to grow between us. And yeah, it's materially speaking, finances, financial growth, the Six of Diamonds, as well as emotionally. They're very connected and inseparable, I think, in this scenario. Queen of Presents reverse, Queen of Candles reverse. For some of you, could be some like other people's jealousy, I think. I haven't clarified this many with any of the other piles, but I am going to clarify this reversal energy with these two as well. Thank you, Spirit Guides. We've got Angel of the Morning by Juice Newton as a song. If morning says we've sinned, well, it was what I wanted now. If morning says we've sinned, well, it was what I wanted now. Okay. I think maybe for some of you, this is like people who have gone through rocky times with you. It's like there may have been some sort of sacrifice in order to gain something, or there's like a cause and effect aspect here. And so we went with what we wanted in the moment. We knew ourselves, we went with what we wanted, or we knew ourselves as best as we did in that time period. Yet it may have ruffled some feathers, or there may have been some consequences, etc., cause and effect. May have thrown some connections out of harmony, out of balance, the Two of Potions. There may have been some loss felt here, some struggle. But basically your reading is giving this message as a question, saying, do you know yourself? How well do you know thyself? Can you trust in the universe? Can you trust in that? What else? Yeah, there's like this, if there's a will, there's a way. Okay, but that doesn't mean that all it takes is will. Not always, at least. There's 8 different potions here. So it's like there's a recipe possibly. There's a variety of ingredients to make the magic happen, to get the wish fulfilled. What else in closing? Or is that all? The mirror message. Self-examination, seeing who you really are in the mirror. Know thyself. Mirror on. That movie, yeah. Okay, I don't feel any more messages coming through, so I'm going to leave your reading here, guys. Many blessings to you, and bye-bye.